Do you ever feel like modern life is just one tiny frustration after another? You know, the slow internet, constant phone buzzes, maybe someone talking super loud next to you. It adds up. It's like this death by a thousand cuts feeling, just draining you. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into something that might just be the antidote. It's Mel Robbins's "Let Them" theory. And the core idea is pretty simple, actually. The more you let other people just be, the better your life gets. Our mission here is to unpack this for you, our listener, as like a shortcut back to peace and personal power. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, it's fascinating just how much those little things, those thousand cuts, really affect us. Dr. Aditi Nurikar from Harvard Medical School points out that stress, well, it's not just a feeling in your head, it's physiological. Your prefrontal cortex, it's the bit doing your planning, your decisions, it basically gets sidelined, hijacked.
Hmm.
And instead, your amygdala, sometimes called the reptilian brain, it just takes over, puts you straight into fight, flight, or freeze.
Wow, okay. Hijacked. So, when our brains get stuck like that, what does that actually look like day to day? Beyond just being annoyed, I mean. And is this common? Are lots of people walking around in this state?
Oh, absolutely. It's a really crucial question. This isn't just feeling a bit stressed. It hits your focus, your creativity, everything, really. And the stats are pretty staggering. Our sources say something like 7 out of 10 people are dealing with this chronic survival mode. It's draining potential every single day, which leads us to, what can you actually do about it? The let them part is key here. It's about detachment because you really can't control other people or external situations. Right. Trying to or just dwelling on it, that just keeps that stress response going. It eats away at your power.
Right. I have to admit, my first reaction to hearing "let them be slow" might be a bit of an internal eye roll. It takes practice. So you're saying if someone's slow at the checkout instead of fuming, you mentally say, "let them be slow." Or the loud talker, "let them talk."
Yeah.
And that tells your brain to just switch off the stress.
Exactly. It's all flipping a switch. That's the detachment piece. And then right after, you move to let me. This is where you take back control. So after let them, you pause, take a breath, and say, let me. And that deep breath is important. Dr. Aditi's work shows it actually stimulates the vagus nerve, sends a calming signal straight to your brain. So you choose your response instead of just reacting.
Okay, this is where it gets practical. Let's talk examples. Like, you're on a plane, right? And the person behind you just won't stop coughing. Instantly annoying, maybe worrying. Instead of getting worked up, you think, "let them cough." Okay, then let me put on my headphones, maybe pull up my scarf. You do something you can control. You shift from being frustrated to finding a practical fix.
Precisely. Or think about work. Maybe you're doing great work, but your boss isn't promoting you, just kind of stringing you along, getting stressed about their decision, totally unproductive. So the approach is, let them string me along. Frustrating, yes, but you accept you can't force their hand. And the action part, let me update my resume, let me network, let me look for something better. You put the energy where it counts on what you can influence.
This sounds really freeing, but I wonder, could some people hear "let them" and think it means just giving up? Or like letting people get away with bad behavior? Where's the line between this healthy detachment and just being passive?
But the really important point, let them isn't about saying bad behavior is okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely not about being a doormat. It's about honestly recognizing the limits of your control. You can't make someone be fair or considerate or fast, but you absolutely can control your own emotional reaction and what you do next. The let me is your power move. It's strategic responding, not emotional reacting, always focused on your own well-being.
Okay, that makes sense. And it applies more broadly too, right? Like worrying about what other people think, you can't control their opinions, so let them judge and then
Yeah.
let me live a life I'm proud of.
Yes. And again, it's not about ignoring useful feedback. It's about discernment, knowing the difference between constructive input and just noise. Noise that's often more about their stuff than yours. The let me is about deciding whose opinions actually align with your values and letting the rest go, protecting your headspace.
And what about when someone else is having a big emotional reaction? There's that insight about adults sometimes acting like, well, like kids.
Most adults are just 8-year-old children inside of big bodies.
Right.
Now, that's not meant to be dismissive. It's about perspective. Often, those big reactions, they're coming from their own unmet needs, their history. It's usually not actually about you. Realizing that gives you some space, some detachment. So instead of getting sucked into their drama, you could choose, let them react. Let me set a boundary here. Or let me respond calmly and maturely.
Mm.
You're responsible for your response, not for managing their feelings.
So fundamentally, this let them theory is like permission to exhale. It lets you choose where your energy goes, protects your peace.
Exactly. It's a sigh of relief for that constantly stressed brain. You decide what gets in and how much it affects you. So maybe a question for you, the listener, as you go about your day. What situation, or maybe what person, are you letting steal your energy right now by trying to control something you just can't? And what's one small let me action you could choose, maybe even today, to take back that power, to align with the life you want?